Hello, welcome to the weekly InstructLab community meeting. And today we have a few people with us and a short agenda, but I think we still have some very interesting topics. So if you're watching this back, here's what you have missed. Anyway, before I go into the agenda items, it's the usual reminders that our meetings are governed by the InstructLab Community Code of Conduct, and these meetings are recorded and posted to the InstructLab YouTube channel. And it's up to you whether you want to be on camera or not. Feel free to adjust your settings, and you're more than welcome to chat like with the Google Meet chat function, or speak up by raising your hand and joining the meeting anytime. So yeah, let's get started. So this weekend we have actually quite a lot of videos to share and showcase. First, we have two videos by Grant. They are actually specifically for running InstructLab on Mac OS. One is on Mac OS and one is on Windows. We know a lot of people use Linux and Mac, but I think Windows is the interesting one that some people may not have had some of these resources to get some of the information running. For me personally, actually, my interest was for the Mac OS one because I run Linux most of the time, and I just got a MacBook yesterday, and I'm a first-time Mac user. And actually, through Grant's video, was able to get literally from zero to aligned model, as the video says, with this video. So it was really helpful, and I hope this can be helpful to a lot of you as well. All right, any questions or comments about the videos?
If I remember correctly, the Windows one is like only 9 or 10 minutes long, which is nice and short. Gets you to where you need to go. And then the Mac OS one, is that like a half hour long? Is that right?
Right. Yeah. It was a half an hour long, but it kind of fast forwarded through the parts of the training and the generate, because those might take longer.
Right.
I actually haven't watched through the Windows one. Did it do something similar? If
I would imagine so. I didn't watch it either, but I sent it to someone and they said it was helpful, so that's good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, great feedback on that.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. I see that some of you have just joined. Welcome. We've already gotten started, but you're feel free to check out the meeting minutes and also watch the recording after this to be able to see what you've missed. Well, we're just talking through the first couple of videos right now. They're really useful. And then before I get to I'll jump to the third point, because it's kind of related. So JJ and Paul has recorded the third episode of their InstructLab series. And this one, actually, they went through the lab that was run at Red Hat Summit, which was run from the Red Hat demo platform, if I remember correctly. So it's a little bit different than running on your own hardware, your Mac OS laptop or Windows. So just different ways and different methods of running InstructLab. So whichever it's suitable for your needs, you can check them out and see if it helps you to try your hands on InstructLab and understand some of the concepts better through these exercises. All right. Any questions so far, especially for those who just joined? All right. If not, feel free also to type the question in chat. I'll be able to see that. So we had InstructLab like a 0.1 release, 0.16.1 last Friday. There was a regression which caused, it was something to do with the model family naming. that when it tries to guess, I think it's the granite model, with the model name, the model family, but actually with granite is mapped to Merlinite, if I remember correctly, and so it will fail and you will hallucinate and do some weird stuff. So don't, if you for somehow manage to download 16.0, don't use it. Update it to 16.1, 0.16.1. That has the fix. And Nathan was planning to share more details today, but he wasn't able to make it. So next week he'll come and tell more about it. So I probably said something wrong about the details, but it's something to do with family models and the fix in 16.1. So, or does somebody online know more details than I do about this problem? Well, in any case, all the information is on GitHub. You can take a look at the PR and stuff like that. Cool. Just a heads up on a couple of events happening in this week, Brno. devconf.cz, starting Thursday to Saturday. We have a talk by Christian Hymas on InstructLab, and we will have a small stand, booth, whatever you call that, that Christian and Jimmy will help to staff. They may not be there throughout, but if you happen to be there, look out for them and attend the talk. The schedule and everything is in the link for DevConf. Oops, this one. So we can see schedule and oops. If you search for, yeah, okay. Kristen is doing the talk with Akanksha. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. So, yep, InstructLab. And the following week in Paris, the AI Dev, this is a Linux Foundation event. We will have also a booth, a Red Hat booth that we will be demoing InstructLab at. And is it called just no? Yeah, and actually Mark Studevant and I will be talking about InstructLab at this event in Paris. So, and we still actually have a couple of complimentary tickets if anybody's interested, and can attend the event in Paris. Let me know. You can ping me on Slack, Carol Chen, the InstructLab Slack, or email me at carol@redhat.com. And since, okay, before I go on, any comments or questions about any of this or new topics you would like to raise for discussion for today? If not, I think since we have a relatively short meeting today, I think it's a great chance for us to get to know each other with, sometimes just going through the meetings, but not really have a chance to learn about what each of us are, doing with InstructLab or interest in learning more about. So we've already done that with a few people throughout the meeting series. So you can, if you miss somebody's intro, you can, search for them and check out the recording for that meeting. But for today, yeah, let's get a chance to talk to some of you. I don't think Joe, you haven't had a chance to do this, right? To do a intro or short.
Yeah. No, I have not.
So would you like to start us off?
Sure. I'm Giuseppe. I work at IBM, and I've been with InstructLab from the very early days to help get things stood up, and let's see. I don't know what else to say. I'm focusing. I'm trying to bridge the gap between the public open source project with the internal at IBM work that's happening, which I think is a great. I think it's very useful for the open source community as we start to build internal taxonomies and what a process looks like internally, because I think that's that's what we would expect other companies to do or whatnot. So we're kind of doing a lot of experimentation internally with InstructLab and hoping to bring a lot of that learning back to the open source community.
Oh, that's great work. That's so important. Thank you. Would you like to nominate somebody to share about themselves?
Sure. I don't know. I think Marty just joined. Martin, you wanna? I don't know if you've given an introduction yet.
Don't think I have. Caught on the hop here, Joe and Carol. But yeah, thanks for passing over the baton. This is what happens when you come in late.
Right, there you go.
So I'm Martin. I'm an open source developer, and I work over at IBM. And yeah, I've been on InstructLab since its inception, which is when myself and Mark Stuverland basically took the idea of using one of these models trained by research, and could we run it on our Macs? And then, a week later, suddenly we had a collaboration, and we were kicking the community off the ground. And was it 8 or 9 weeks or something, Carl? We had it gone out the door. So yeah, I think it's been fabulous. My work has mostly been around the CLI initially, getting that off the ground, because without a CLI, people couldn't get fingers on keyboards, and then it's just pie in the sky. Obviously, it's growing bigger than this now. We've run it on Linux and a whole lot. A lot of work at the moment now is doing stuff in the TOC, the Oversight Committee, trying to do a review of certain docs. We're looking at the back end. A lot of good work happening there at the moment. How do we find better ways of having implementations for the different backend components, like data generation, the synthetic data generation, and training and evaluation and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me. Nothing too exciting.
It is exciting, all the work that you've been doing with the team. So thanks for that. Yep. Lisa, would you like to share a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Lisa Waugh. I'm also at IBM. I am working on initiatives with the OIC community in IBM to get not the people who have been working on it since the beginning, but the general IBM population to be able to contribute knowledge and skills. So I've been learning how to do that myself, and we will be running workshops to get your average IBMer to be able to do this.
Oh, that's so cool. I think that's the empowering part, right? Like the normal people can do this, training AI models and stuff like that, which is, something I myself didn't think it was possible earlier this year. So
me neither.
Great
So this was fun.
yeah, right. Yeah, cool. Really nice. Would you like to call out someone, or somebody likes to volunteer? So it's open to all. So, but yeah.
Has Matt gone before?
I don't think so. Matt?
Oh boy. Well, I guess that my mindset is that I'm really interested in seeing how InstructLab can basically be comparable to and have the same type of pluggability and accessibility to things that we're seeing in Hugging Face and other projects, and how we can bring how we're actually using it inside IBM. I guess that my bias is working on customer proof of concepts last year using only IBM Watson stuff. And I keep wanting to see more of that stuff in InstructLab, basically. And now, pushing for LangChain, and we talk about how RAG is important. We're reinforcing that. How do we bring those things into that? Making sure we do it in a way that can accommodate future contributions from IBM.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. Who would like to go next? Michelle?
Hi, I'm Michelle Corbin, and I'm here by way of JJ's invitation to try to help with the taxonomy for InstructLab. So I work for IBM Developer, and I manage and maintain the IBM Developer taxonomy, working with the corporate taxonomists of IBM.com.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I have still a lot to learn about the taxonomy part. I need to, go more into some of these videos and meetings that JJ has been holding. So, and yeah, thanks for being part of this great project.
Yep, thank you.
All right, I believe JJ has done the intro in an earlier meeting. So, how about Taj? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. Hi.
No, Taj is right. My name is
Okay.
Taj Salau. I'm part of Red Hat's research team. Been working at Red Hat for about a year, straight out of college now, or coming up on a year. And yeah, I'm mainly coming to these meetings because I know there will be an effort to get InstructLab going on the MOC's infrastructure to help push it to the open source communities even more. So it's a great meeting to attend.
Cool. Have you already had a chance to try it out yourself?
Yeah.
Mm. And how has the experience been good? And did you face any problems? And
I was part of the effort when it first came to the Red Hat office, so
nice.
I got
Okay.
hands on early.
Nice. Early bird. Cool. Thanks, Taj. Arnold? Arnold? Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You don't say the D, it's Arno. It's
Arnold.
actually
Okay.
simpler than it looks.
All right.
Yeah, so I am with several of my colleagues here. I'm part of the Open Technology Group at IBM. I'm a long-time open source developer. I actually did my first open source release in 1990. And I've been in open source and open standards land since then. And as others said earlier, I mean, I got involved in this project very early on when we were in the process of turning this from a IBM research and Red Hat project to an open source project. And it takes a lot of work. I was very involved in this early on. And then I focused more on the taxonomy.
Mhm.
I'm glad Michelle is actually focusing on the taxonomy. Very early on, I said I have a background in graphs, and I worked on linked data and RDF and stuff like this, where taxonomy is a big deal. And I said right away, I said, we need to set up some taxonomy, decide which standards we're going to use. I mean, there are so many ways you can split things and organize things. We have to follow some kind of standards. It doesn't really matter which one. So I'm glad we are doing this. Generally speaking, I'm interested in seeing how this project keeps evolving. And, my experience is that there's some really cool technology behind it, but it's still not easy to consume. And so I'm very interested in seeing how we can make it easier to be used.
Yeah, very, very, very good points. Like, it's really exciting stuff, but like figuring out the taxonomy is so important to make sure that, we people know like what to expect and what to look for, and the standardization of it will help it in that sense. So, thanks for sharing that, Arno.
That's right. You did
Yes.
right.
All right. And last we have Thorsten, but Thorsten, did you already have a quick intro before, or?
Yes, I did, but I for sure can fill some room here. So,
yeah, sure.
I'm from Red Hat. I'm right now in the Brno office, but originally I'm remote from Germany. I'm here for the DevConf, and my current work situation is with the research area of Red Hat. So MOC, working with tasks together, for example, and the NERC idea. And in fact, that I'm in this infrastructure, setting it up, working with the Boston University, and also getting InstructLab on MOC. This is some of my parts. So I'm interested in InstructLab in general, but also to have some insights how we can maybe run MOC better / NERC better, and it's easier to involve more projects into this area of InstructLab, RHEL AI, and so on.
Yeah, cool. So we chatted quite a little bit about, you being at DEF CON. So if you have any, great, interesting discussions or, topics that you learned at DEF CON, please feel free to share with the community.
Will do.
Yeah, thanks for that. All right. BJ, you just joined us. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. We actually, because we had a short meeting today, so we had everyone kind of do a quick intro, and I believe you did that last week. But do you want to just say hi to this group here? I think we have quite a nice group of people here.
Pretty sure almost everyone here already knows me, but
yeah.
I'm BJ Hargrave. I work for IBM on open source technologies, and I've been involved in helping get InstructLab off the ground and trying to make it a success.
All right. Thanks, BJ. Do you have anything? We are at the end of our agenda items. So do you have something you'd like to share or bring up?
Not at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, in that case, these meetings are, and the agenda is open to all. If you think of something, you can either ping me or just edit this document directly. It's also openly accessible. So if there's questions you want discussed or comments or events and things that you notice and you want to share, please feel free to do so. If there's nothing else for today, thanks for your time. It was great to get to know a bit more with all of you, and let's continue this next week in next week's meeting.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Carol. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Start recording now.